Have you ever caught your own reflection in the mirror and found yourself asking a quiet, poignant question, where did that inner spark go? Perhaps you have noticed that your daily reservoir of energy does not seem to last as long as it once did, depleting with a frustrating and unfamiliar rapidity. Maybe your innate desire for connection, whether it be physical or deeply emotional, now feels like a distant and bittersweet memory from another lifetime. Or perhaps, like a vast and silent sorority of women over the age of 60, you have simply started to feel a little less like your true, vibrant self. I want you to know something of profound importance, right from this very moment. This subtle yet pervasive shift that you are feeling is not merely the inevitable consequence of getting older. And even more importantly, it is absolutely not irreversible. Hello, I am Dr. Lily Stones. I have dedicated more than 3 decades of my life as a physician to the practice of working alongside and in partnership with women just like you, strong, wise, and compassionate women who are navigating the beautiful and often unmapped complexities of life after the age of 60. And if you have ever been told, whether by society, by well-meaning friends, or even by a previous healthcare provider, that feeling disconnected from your own body is just a normal and expected part of the aging process, then I am here today to kindly but firmly challenge that entire notion. Because what I have personally witnessed in my clinical practice, and what a growing body of scientific research now unequivocally confirms, is this: your body still possesses an incredible and innate desire to thrive. It still yearns to feel a current of vital energy coursing through it, to experience the warmth of closeness and the joy of pleasure, and to move through the world with a deep and unshakable sense of confidence. However, something has been holding it back, and it is not just the often blamed shift in your hormones. Before we proceed any further into this exploration of renewal, if the sentiment I am sharing resonates deeply within you, I wholeheartedly encourage you to like this video, to leave a comment sharing your own thoughts, or to subscribe to our channel, Elder Care Wellness. We have created this space with the dedicated purpose of supporting women just like you with practical, science-backed health guidance, all designed to help you feel more alive and more vibrant in your body, your mind, and your spirit. Now, let us return to the crucial question of what is truly going on. What is the underlying cause behind this quiet yet significant shift in vitality that so many women experience? Surprisingly, it is often not a simple matter of low estrogen or the natural aging of tissue. More often than not, the silent culprit is poor circulation. I want you to think of your blood as the intricate and essential delivery system for your body's energy, for its vital nutrients, and even for the very essence of your desire. If that flow of blood becomes sluggish or impeded, then every single part of you, your muscles, your skin, and yes, even your most intimate areas, receives less of the precious fuel that it requires to function at its absolute best. And here is the wonderfully hopeful part of this story. You can actively help your circulation to come back online, and you can do so naturally, gently, and in just about a minute each day. It all begins with a simple, potent drink made from 4 powerful ingredients, items that you very likely already have in your own kitchen. This is not a gimmick or some kind of magic potion. It is a carefully curated blend of whole foods, each one supported by real and compelling science. Let us start with the absolute foundation, a vibrant root vegetable that is finally and deservedly getting the widespread attention it so richly deserves. Ingredient 1. Beets, the foundation of flow. I will never forget one of my cherished patients, a woman named Susan, who was a 66-year-old retired teacher. She came into my office with a wariness in her eyes that spoke volumes, and a palpable heaviness in her heart. "Dr. Stones," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, "I love my husband dearly. I want to feel that deep connection with him again, but my body just feels shut down." Instead of immediately reaching for a prescription pad, I reached for the power of nutrition. We began our journey together with the humble beet. Now, I am well aware that beets do not always top the list of the world's most exciting foods, but when it comes to the specific and crucial task of improving blood flow, very few things in the natural world are more demonstrably effective. Beets are exceptionally rich in naturally occurring compounds known as nitrates. When you consume them, your body masterfully converts these nitrates into a remarkable molecule called nitric oxide. This single compound is the master key that relaxes and expands your blood vessels, a process known as vasodilation, which in turn allows your blood to flow more easily and efficiently throughout your entire system. The result of this enhanced circulation is profound, more life-giving oxygen is delivered to your brain, to your skin, to your muscles, and yes, to your most intimate and sensitive areas. Improved circulation can be instrumental in helping to restore sensitivity, in lifting your overall energy levels, and even in rekindling the embers of a desire you thought had long since gone out. And because this improved blood flow impacts your whole body, women often report a cascade of unexpected and welcome benefits: brighter, more radiant skin, better stamina during physical activity, and even a noticeable improvement in their mental clarity and focus. Susan began the simple practice of incorporating a beet-based drink into her morning routine. Within just a few short days, she began to notice something that was subtle at first but undeniably powerful. "I just felt alive again," she told me, her voice filled with a newfound lightness. "My whole body felt awake. And please understand, this is not just anecdotal evidence. The American Heart Association, along with numerous studies published in prestigious journals like Hypertension and the British Journal of Clinical Pharmacology, have all confirmed that the regular consumption of beets can help to lower blood pressure, to reduce systemic inflammation, and to provide foundational support for your overall cardiovascular health. Ingredient 2: fresh lemon, the vitality amplifier. But here is where our story gets even better. Because while beets serve as the powerful foundation for this elixir, they become far more effective and bioavailable when they are paired with one bright, tangy, and indispensable partner: fresh lemon. Lemon may seem like a simple and unassuming fruit, but its benefits for our purposes extend far beyond just its delightful flavor. It is exceptionally rich in vitamin C, a nutrient that plays an absolutely critical role in both enhancing the body's absorption and supporting the physiological function of nitric oxide. In plain and simple terms, without an adequate supply of vitamin C, your body cannot fully and efficiently utilize all of the good stuff that is present in the beets. That is precisely why this combination works so incredibly well in synergy. The beets deliver the raw materials for nitric oxide production, and the lemon ensures that your body knows exactly what to do with it, maximizing its potential. And there is even more to this story. Lemon also possesses potent anti-inflammatory properties. It provides gentle yet effective support for the detoxification pathways of the liver, and it can help to regulate the production of cortisol, the primary stress hormone that often spikes during and after menopause, quietly and insidiously eroding your mood, your energy, and even your capacity for desire. Susan did not just report feeling more physical energy. She felt emotionally lighter as well. "I laughed more," she shared with a smile. "I even felt like my face looked brighter." My husband noticed it too. All of this transformation stemmed from two simple, humble ingredients: beets and lemon, working together in perfect, beautiful harmony. But we are not finished yet, because while enhancing circulation and ensuring proper absorption are absolutely critical first steps, there is another essential layer to true vitality that often goes completely ignored: the delicate balance of our hormones and the effective relief of chronic stress. And that is precisely where our third powerful ingredient comes in: a golden, pungent root that has been used for many centuries in traditional women's wellness practices and is now, finally, being validated by the rigorous standards of modern science: fresh ginger. Ingredient 3: fresh ginger, the hormonal and emotional balancer. Let us now return to our revitalizing formula and introduce the ingredient that helps to masterfully tie it all together: fresh ginger. Now, you might already be familiar with ginger as a comforting and warming addition to your favorite tea, or perhaps as a zesty and flavorful way to season a stir-fry. But this humble and unassuming root possesses a treasure trove of extraordinary health benefits, especially for women who are navigating the complex hormonal and emotional shifts that come as a natural part of the aging process. I first recommended the inclusion of fresh ginger to Margaret, one of my cherished longtime patients. She was 72 years old, quick-witted, and as sharp as a tack. But behind her warm and engaging smile, she confided something deeply personal to me. "Dr. Stones," she said, her voice filled with a quiet vulnerability, "I just feel like my inner fire is gone. My body feels fine, but I do not feel like me anymore." It was a sentiment I have heard expressed in countless different ways over the years. And when I suggested that she add a small piece of fresh ginger to her daily routine, something truly remarkable began to happen. Ginger is not just a spice, it is a powerful adaptogen. That term means that it helps your body to cope with and adapt to stress in a more balanced and resilient way. It provides foundational support for the hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenal, HPA axis, which is a critical and complex system that regulates your body's hormonal responses to stress, your mood, and your daily energy levels. For post-menopausal women, this kind of gentle and natural support is absolutely invaluable. Ginger helps to reduce systemic inflammation, which can subtly but surely erode how you feel on a day-to-day basis. It also supports your body's own natural production of serotonin, a crucial neurotransmitter that profoundly affects your mood, the quality of your sleep, and even your capacity for desire. And because ginger has been conclusively shown in studies published by esteemed sources like the Journal of Ethnopharmacology and the National Institutes of Health to gently support estrogen balance, it can help women to feel more emotionally and physically steady and grounded. Margaret came back to see me 2 weeks later and told me something so simple yet so profound. "I feel like myself again." And that is precisely what ginger does. It does not just mask your symptoms, it works in beautiful harmony with your body to restore its own natural rhythms, especially when it comes to that inner sense of peace and receptivity upon which true intimacy depends. There is another powerful reason why I always include ginger in this specific drink: its remarkable ability to lower cortisol levels. Cortisol is the body's main stress hormone, and while we all need some cortisol to function, chronically elevated levels can be absolutely devastating for women over 60. It can sap your energy, it can reduce your libido, it can interfere with your sleep, and it can even lead to unwanted weight gain, particularly around the midsection. When your cortisol levels are high, your body goes into fight or flight mode, and that is the polar opposite of the relaxed, open, and receptive state that desire needs in order to flourish. By helping to calm the nervous system, ginger allows your body to shift into what is known as the parasympathetic state, often referred to as rest and digest. This is the physiological state where healing, connection, and intimacy can naturally and beautifully thrive. Margaret was not chasing a miracle, she was simply giving her body what it needed to remember how to feel balanced and whole again. Ingredient 4: coconut water. The ultimate hydrator. Now, we have 3 incredibly powerful ingredients working in concert: beets to promote circulation and blood flow, lemon to amplify absorption and nitric oxide effectiveness, and ginger to calm stress and support natural hormonal balance. But there is one final and crucial piece to this puzzle. And while it is not a root or a fruit, it might just be the most overlooked element of all when it comes to the restoration of our vitality: proper hydration. Let me share another story with you. A woman named Elenina, who was 69 years old, came to me after having tried what felt like everything. She was eating clean, she was walking daily, and she was taking all of her vitamins, but she still felt persistently sluggish. "I just feel dry," she said. And she meant it not just in reference to her skin or her energy, but emotionally as well. The very first question I asked her was a simple one: "How much water are you actually drinking each day?" She paused for a moment, offered a sheepish smile, and admitted, "Probably not enough." It is such a common and pervasive issue. Mild dehydration is far more widespread than most people think, especially in older adults. And the consequences are not just about feeling thirsty. When you are even slightly dehydrated, your blood actually thickens. This, in turn, slows down your circulation. Your muscles are more prone to cramping. Your skin loses its natural elasticity, And for women, it can even be a significant contributing factor to vaginal dryness, a very common but rarely discussed symptom that occurs after menopause. Your nerves, which rely on a steady and balanced flow of electrolytes to properly transmit their signals, begin to misfire. This translates directly into fatigue, brain fog, and a general, pervasive sense of being off. The solution is not just to drink more water, but to focus on better hydration. This is why I often recommend the inclusion of coconut water. Why? Because coconut water is not just a fluid. It is incredibly rich in electrolytes, especially potassium and magnesium. These essential minerals are what help to regulate your body's delicate fluid balance, your muscle contractions, and your nerve signals. It is, in essence, nature's perfect and complete hydrator. According to esteemed institutions like the Cleveland Clinic and Harvard Health, coconut water can also help to lower blood pressure and to reduce oxidative stress, both of which are absolutely critical for maintaining healthy circulation and promoting graceful, vibrant aging. When Elena added just 1 cup of unsweetened coconut water to her daily routine, blended together with the beet, lemon, and ginger, everything began to change for her. Her skin looked more supple and hydrated, her mood noticeably lifted, and she told me, "I finally feel comfortable in my own body again." That is the profound and often underestimated power of true hydration. It is the essential delivery system that your body needs. Think of it like a fleet of delivery trucks, diligently making sure that all of the vital nutrients from the other ingredients get to exactly where they need to go in your body. Without it, the entire system slows down to a crawl. With it, everything starts moving, flowing, and functioning as it should. So, now we have all 4 of our key components, a powerful quartet of natural wellness. 1. Beets for enhanced circulation and the production of nitric oxide. 2. Lemon for better absorption and powerful inflammation support. 3. Ginger for hormonal balance and profound stress relief. And 4. Coconut water for deep, cellular hydration and electrolyte balance. These 4 ingredients work together in perfect harmony, like a beautifully orchestrated symphony, with each one supporting and amplifying the beneficial effects of the others. And when you combine them into one simple, daily drink, you are giving your body a clear and consistent signal. It is time to come back to life. The Daily Vitality Drink, a ritual for renewal. Now that you have a deep understanding of how each individual ingredient supports your vitality. Beets for blood flow, lemon for absorption, ginger for balance, and coconut water for hydration. Let us bring them all together into one simple yet profound nourishing ritual, your daily vitality drink. This process takes only a minute or 2 to prepare, but the benefits it provides can last for the entire day. Let me walk you through the exact recipe that I have shared with a great many of my patients, including a wonderful woman named Catherine, a 74-year-old retired librarian. When she first heard about this specific blend, she was intrigued but also understandably skeptical. "Dr. Stones," she said, "if this is as simple as it sounds, why have I not heard about it before?" I smiled and gently told her, because sometimes the very best solutions are not the flashy ones, they are just quietly and consistently effective. Here is precisely how to make it. Start with 2 medium-sized beets, which have been peeled and roughly chopped. Add the freshly squeezed juice of half a lemon. Slice about a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger root. It is important to skip the powdered version, as the fresh root is significantly more potent. Pour in 1 cup of unsweetened coconut water. Place all of these ingredients into a blender and blend everything together until it is completely smooth. If you prefer a lighter, less pulpy texture, you can certainly strain it, but a great many women enjoy the natural thickness and the beneficial fiber, which also provides excellent support for digestion. What matters most is the freshness of the ingredients. The closer they are to their natural, whole state, the better your body will be able to utilize them. This drink can be consumed at any time of day, but I generally recommend starting your morning with it. Not only does this set a healthy and positive tone for the rest of your day, but many women report feeling a gentle but noticeable surge of clean, sustained energy within 30 to 60 minutes of drinking it. That is exactly what happened to Catherine. She called me just a few days after she had started drinking the blend. "I do not know how to explain it," she said. "It was not a jolt like coffee. It was a shift. I felt steady, focused, and more aware of my body, in a really good way. That is because this drink is not like caffeine or some other temporary stimulant. It works in harmony with your body's own natural systems to restore balance, to oxygenate your tissues, and to provide support for the hormones and nerves that are all contributing factors to your desire, your energy, and your overall sense of well-being." Here is what many women report after the first few days of this practice: a soft, pleasant warmth in their chest or abdomen, which is a clear sign of improved circulation, a steady, calm energy, not feeling wired, but rather focused and present, a greater sense of touch and responsiveness to physical connection, an improved mood and greater clarity, with fewer of those dreaded mid-afternoon energy crashes. And perhaps most importantly, a growing and palpable sense of confidence, that beautiful and reassuring feeling of being connected to your own body once again. Let us pause for a moment and talk about why this matters so deeply. This journey is not just about intimacy, it is about how you show up in the world. When you feel vibrant and alive in your body, you naturally carry yourself with more ease and with more openness. You smile more freely, you move with a renewed sense of intention. And yes, you become more receptive, not just to others, but to your own needs, your own desires, and your own joy. One of my patients, Judith, age 71, put it this way: "I did not realize how numb I had become until I started feeling alive again. It is like my body remembered how to be me." And that is such a powerful and profound shift, because when we feel disconnected from our physical selves, it is very easy to withdraw emotionally as well. But when your circulation improves, when your hydration is restored, when systemic inflammation begins to ease, and when your hormones gently begin to regulate, it is like all the lights in the house are turned back on. You start to feel more tuned into physical touch, more emotionally present with your partner, and more motivated to move, to laugh, to explore, and to connect. Even your skin tone and hydration improve, because your body is finally receiving the oxygen and the vital nutrients it needs at a deep, cellular level. What is more, this kind of positive change builds on itself. When you feel better, you sleep better. When you sleep better, your hormones stabilize. When your hormones stabilize, your mood improves. And when your mood lifts, intimacy often follows naturally, not as a goal to be pursued, but as a joyful and welcome side effect of whole body health. I often remind my patients, this is not about chasing youth, it is about embracing vitality at every single age. The beauty of this approach is that it does not rely on medications, expensive supplements, or invasive procedures. It simply gives your body the tools it needs to do what it is already capable of, to restore, to reawaken, and to reconnect. The journey back to self-so, now that you know how to make the drink, and you understand how each ingredient supports your circulation, your hydration, your hormonal balance, and your emotional wellness, you might be wondering, what happens next? This is where things get even more meaningful. Because while the physical benefits of this drink are powerful, what truly matters is how it makes you feel as a whole person. For many women, something begins to shift after just a few days of drinking it. The energy feels different, more grounded, not jittery. There is a gentle clarity, a lift in mood, and most notably, a return of something many thought they had lost forever, a connection to themselves. You might begin to notice that your body responds more easily, that you move through your day with a renewed sense of calm, that simple moments, a warm shower, a walk in the sun, a gentle touch, feel richer and more alive. That is because this drink is not just fueling your body, it is helping to restore your very relationship with it. I have seen it time and time again. When you nourish the body with intention, it responds with gratitude. You sleep better, you breathe deeper, you smile more, and slowly, that quiet, inner spark begins to return. Not just in moments of intimacy, but in how you carry yourself through the entire world. One woman, Grace, a retired nurse I worked with last year, said it best. When she first started the drink, she was cautiously optimistic. "Dr. Stones," she said, "I am not expecting miracles. I just want to feel present again." 2 weeks later, she came back with a light in her eyes I had not seen before. "It is hard to explain," she told me, "but it is like I am waking up from something. I feel like me again, not just in my body, but in my heart." And that is exactly why this matters. Because this stage of life, your 60s, 70s, and beyond, is not a closing chapter. It is a new beginning, and it deserves your full presence, your full vitality, and your full joy. Yes, this drink helps with blood flow and energy. But more importantly, it reminds your body and your spirit of what it means to feel whole. When you begin the process of supporting your circulation, taming your stress, rehydrating your cells, and calming your nervous system, you are not chasing youth, you are honoring you. And the ripple effects can be profound. You may find that you feel more comfortable in your clothes, that you are quicker to laugh, that your conversations feel deeper, that your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, grow stronger. This is not about fixing something that is broken. It is about nurturing what is already within you. Because the truth is, your body still knows how to feel good. It just needs a little help, gentle, consistent support to remind it of what is possible. And now you have a tool to help you do that. So, if you have made it this far, I want to leave you with one final message. You are not done. You are not invisible. You are not past your prime. You are powerful, you are capable, and you are worthy of feeling vibrant today, tomorrow, and for every season that is still to come. Let this daily drink be a reminder, a symbol of your self-care, a ritual that says, "I matter. My body matters. My joy matters." And if you decide to try it, I would love to hear about your experience. Please leave a comment below and share your journey, whether it is your first day or your 50th. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing to Elder Care Wellness for more supportive, science-backed insights on thriving in your next chapter. And if there is someone in your life who might benefit from this message, a sister, a friend, a neighbor, please share it with her. You never know how one small shift could light a spark in someone else's life. Until next time, stay vibrant, stay kind to yourself, and remember, your story is still unfolding. And it is more beautiful than ever.